Hi, good evening, everyone. It's Jean Brittingham at Kept in Stitches, and it is Tuesday, so it is time for Tip Demo Tuesday. And I do apologize. This video is being um, uploaded a little bit later than normally, but it is still Tuesday, so we are fine and ready to go. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And come on into the Stitching Cottage and let's see what I have for you this evening. Those of you that have been following along know that I am starting a new live on Fridays from 10 to 2 that is going to have a structured, informative format. And included in that, among some other things, is going to be a embroidery stitch of the week. So my tip demo for tonight's Tuesday is showing you how to prepare the stitchery fabric that you will need for making your embroidery stitches each week. It's going to be a grid system. The way that I am doing mine, it will form into a little book if you want. And we will be doing, there's only 26 weeks left in this year. So rather than doing a whole year, we will be doing 26 weeks and then starting over on a new one or some other type of project in 2024. So this is made so that it will have enough for 26 grids on it, one for each week. So what you will need is you will need a stitchery fabric that of your choice. It can be 100% cotton. You can use a nice grade muslin if you would like, whatever you want, but it should be a light colored fabric so that you can use any color and a variety of colors of embroidery, floss or pearl cotton, Valdani, whatever it is that you like to use for your embroidery, so that you will have a chance to use a wide array of colors on that and they will all show up. But you are going to need 2 of those, and they are going to need to be cut. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. You are going to need to cut those at 10 by 18. So if you have a fat quarter, you will be able to get both of these out of your fat quarter. If you cut correctly the first time, and if your fat quarter is, not right on the exact 18, but, hopefully 18 and a half by the 22, you will be able to get both cut out of that. Or you can cut out of any yardage that you have, as long as you have 2 of them that are 10 by 18. You are also going to need, and it comes in 2 different ways, you are going to need the Pellon SF101, which I've shown you before, which is the safe, soft shape flex. I will get that right yet. Shape flex interfacing. And it is a fusible interfacing. You can buy it in this, which is 15 inches by 2 yards, or you can also purchase it by the yard, and it will come on a bolt that you will have them cut the amount that you want, and it comes with this little green label, exactly the same thing. The benefit to purchasing it this way is it comes in a 20-inch width instead of a 15-inch width. So for this particular project, I used the 20-inch because it was a little less waste on that way of being able to cut the size that I needed on this, which you are going to need 2 sheets of this cut 8 by 16. And there you see why, with this being 15, it just makes it a little easier to use the 20 to make those cuts than it does the 15-inch width. But either one will work because you have enough yardage to get it out of there. So you are also going to need, and you can use either a micron permanent marker. The 01 would be best. You can use an 05. It doesn't matter because you are going to be stitching over this. Or as I did, because I'm not sure what color I want to use for positively on my grid, I used the mechanical pencil, which I like the bone because it's a soft lead that you can do it lightly instead of too dark, and your stitches will cover that up very nicely. The one thing you want to make sure is that you do not use a heat erasable or the blue washout markers, because this is going to need to be ironed. And if you're using the heat erasable, all your marks will be gone. That won't be good. And if you are using the washout, you will set them in blue, and I don't think anyone wants that either. So make sure you either use Micron permanent marker, which is good for fabrics, or a mechanical pencil, preferably one that is made for using with fabrics. The one that I use, in case you didn't see, is the bone. That is my preferred one. So once you have those cut, both of your fabrics that are the 10 by 18 and your shape flex, both of those that will be cut at 8 by 16, you will then be making a grid on both of your stitchery backgrounds. And you're going to do that by coming in 1 inch all the way around on all sides. So you'll come in 1 inch on the top and the bottom, and 1 inch on the left and the right side. Then you will go and you will make a 2-inch grid all the way across, all the way down vertically first. And then you are going to come 4 inches down from your 1 inch line, which is going to be halfway through, and do 1 line all the way across horizontally. And that is going to give you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had to make sure. That is going to give you a 16 grid system across this, which when put together, it will fold, and that will be, you will just fold it this way so you'll see. It's basically going to form a book system where it would be like 2 pages. What will happen when you are done, you're going to leave this flat, just like this, when you're doing all your stitching. When your stitching is complete, you will be taking 2 layers of that. This one will also have the shape flex on the back of it, and you will be laying those wrong sides together. The shape flex at that time will be on the inside, and as you see, the shape flex is smaller because we don't want it to come out on the part that is the extra inch all the way around on here. So those will be put together, wrong sides together with the shape flex inside, and then you will be, after all your stitching is done, you will be stitching 1/2 inch all the way around this, and then you'll be using a pinking shears or however you want to finish the edges so that the edges are finished on that, and it will form a nice little book at that point. And then after that, you can decide, or we can make some decisions together and show how to make a cover for your stitch of the week, embroidery stitch of the week little book that you will have, and it'll be a nice sampler of stitches. It'll be a nice learning book, an example for you to refer back to. If you forget how to do some of those stitches, you should be able to look and remember, okay, yeah, that's how I did that. But that is what my tip demo is for this week. I believe I covered everything on that. The shape flex, yeah, you will, I think I did cover on that. You'll be centering that onto where you're 1 inch in all the way around. You can center it real easily by just kind of folding down, making some tick marks on there, and you'll be able to center that right on there, and that's within the 1 inch all the way around, centered on the back. And you will be pressing that with steam. Just give it a good press. It'll stay on there, and the reason for that, as I have told you before, is because it stabilizes your fabric. It makes your embroidery stitches lay flatter and stand out better on the front of your fabric, and it also keeps your threads from showing through to the front. That is the purpose of the shape flex interfacing on the back. So if you have any questions, be sure and leave those in the comments section. We are hopefully going to get started with our first embroidery stitch of the week this Friday, when I go on that live from 10 to 2. And this way, If you don't have this ready, that's okay. We'll kind of play it by ear. You'll be able to catch up. You'll be able to, replay and be able to see how that stitch is done for when you do have this. But hopefully I'm giving you enough time to where you should be able to have at least one of your pieces prepared and the grid on it by Friday. So that is my tip demo Tuesday for this Tuesday. And please don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this tip demo. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you are interested in following along with the, following along with these things that I am showing you and doing, make sure and hit that subscribe button. Click on that bell so that you receive notifications. And this is something that the instructions and everything for that will be included in the files section of my Facebook group. So if you're not familiar with that, my Facebook group is Friends of Kept in Stitches Quilting Stitching Bee, and the link for that is always in the description box below every single video that I do. So you can click on that. There's a couple easy questions to answer to be and agree to the rules. Do that and you will be allowed to join my private Facebook group. So I hope that covers everything. Again, if you have any questions, be sure and leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you again for following me. Hope you enjoyed this. And remember, in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye, everyone.